All right, we're here with Jeff Browning, recent winner of the Hardrock 100. It's like 4 days ago.
Yep.
How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I'm tired a little bit, but
I don't know why.
But the show's good. I'm walking.
Yeah.
I need to walk. I need to move.
How'd you feel in the race?
Good. I mean, I felt good. I was in from the start. Was in second all day long, and it was kind of in, I don't know, what I call no man's land, when you have no one behind you very close pushing you, and then you're kind of not quite, within reach of the guy in front of you. Which when you're at at Hardrock's just a long race, so at mile 75 in the middle of the night, Sherman, I was a little like, oh man, like, he's like, Xavier was about an hour ahead of me, and then everybody else was about an hour or more behind me, I think 68 minutes or something, and so until I did a backtrack on the course after Sherman and looking for markers, and then it became a race back there. Those guys caught back up to me, and then the whole thing happened with Xavier, and then which I found out at 91, the last aid station.
Right. Yeah. So mentally, what does that do?
Well, obviously you shift focus to like, I was going from like, oh man, I got to hold on to second, to oh my gosh, I'm in the lead. Ultra running's so unpredictable, hundreds especially. People make stupid mistakes, and hopefully you're there to be consistent and can seize that opportunity when it's presented, and that's basically what happened. And so I just seized the opportunity, and I went out of Cunningham with 9 miles to go with the confidence from 2016 of hammering off Little Giant to go after the double record when I was tired. So, with Western States only, then 3 weeks, and this time 4 weeks on my legs. So I was like, I got another week of rest. I'm going to hammer off this thing. I just got to get to the top first.
Yeah.
So, you definitely, reshift your focus real quick.
Right.
When you're presented with that kind of an opportunity.
Yeah, I bet. There's probably
that's what I see it as.
Would assume there's with the opportunity comes a burst of energy and a little bit of more of a drive to like push.
Oh yeah, I mean, Little Giant's like 2,500 feet in like 2 miles. 10.5 to 13, and you're just I'm sore in my traps, pulling up that thing, breathing super hard, and saying to myself, I've been around the sport a long time, almost 20 years, and I just was thinking, Hardrock. This is Hardrock. You're in the lead in Hardrock. Like, don't mess this one up.
Right. So I mean, considering don't mess this one up, you are not a Hardrock newbie. This is not your first time at Hardrock.
No, fourth.
How did you get off course?
Well, I didn't. I was on course. I thought I was off course. Hardrock is a postgraduate race.
Yeah, true.
And it's very minimally marked. They pride themselves on being minimally marked. So you kind of need to have course familiarity. And I think what happened, there's this new section after when you come up out of Sherman. You used to just cross the creek and go up and over to Cataract Lake. Now there's a beaver dam, and you have to kind of cross. It does this weird windy thing around it, and it got me kind of turned around, and I didn't remember any of it. And then it shoots you up this gully, and I didn't remember the gully. And so as I'm going over the top, I'm like, I don't remember this, doesn't look familiar. So then that thing in your head goes, I don't remember this, doesn't look familiar. And then you say, you should go back to the last flag. And then I kept going, no flags. Went through like several willow drainages, crossing them. And no flags. And then finally I came to that moment where you stop and go, I gotta turn around. Shoot. And so I turned around, ran back downhill. I think Megan Hicks looked it up, and it was like, on my spot tracker, it was like 1.3 miles back. So I did 2.6 miles. But you're running down, slow, looking both sides, high beam, headlamp, middle of the night, trying to make sure I didn't miss a flag, get back to the last flag. You're scanning all around. Did I miss a turn? Did it go off? Because Hardrock constantly goes on a trail, and then it goes off a trail. Right. And so I just couldn't remember that section because of that beaver dam. It just was not familiar. And so I got up on a boulder, scanning around, looking, and you can see across the creek where you come up the creek above the beaver dam and come across. And then I see Troy Howard like with his pacer, and I yelled at him, "Who is that?" And he's like, "Troy." And I'm like, "You have flags?" And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I have flags, but I can't find the course, and I think I'm on it. And so at this point, I'm like, man, I just blew my hour on those guys.
Yeah.
So then my focus went from like, trying to consistently run and going after the double record again, which I blew because of that, and then which I was on pace for, and maybe possibly hoping that Xavier might falter and chasing him down, to going, oh my gosh, I got to hold on to second.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like burning matches and running up the course, and if I would have gone like 60 more meters, there was a flag. But also I think lesson for me personally in that race is it's one of the few races that you probably should have the GPX file on either your phone or on your watch, which I have a watch Sunto 9 that does it. I just didn't load it. So it's like, come on, like what? The whole time I'm thinking to myself, I even had the thought before the race, you should just at least put your phone in your pack, because I have a GPS app. I have the route
course on there.
Yes, for when I'm scouting the course and running on it before when I go down there.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, you are such an idiot. Like, what would have taken you 60 seconds to go, oh, you're on the course. Or even better, I wouldn't have to carry the weight and just looked at my watch and going, you're on the course.
There's like, and you hear about it, especially with new trail runners, right? Especially people who are going from road to trail. It is not the same. I mean, I coach people all the time when they're making that transition. I'm like, first and foremost, any race, any trail race, whether it's a half marathon or a 50 miler, it doesn't matter. Do your homework. Know where you're going to run. Because it is so easy to just be like, trails split, and the flagging's not clear. And the one thing
sometimes like wildlife trampling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you just, there's so many like, things that happen that are kind of even out of the race staff's control,
Yeah, and weather comes in. If it rains the night before,
fog, it's hard to find the route.
Stuff changes, and so I think if there's a tip for any new runner, that's it. It's like, know where you're going to run. Like, understand the route.
And I pride myself in that. And it's Hardrock. Out of 4 finishes, there's 2 times I've done extra credit.
Yeah.
So,
bonus miles.
Bonus miles.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you're going to recover, take a little downtime maybe. What's coming up?
Run, rabbit, run.
So yeah, like no downtime.
Yeah, no downtime. A little. I mean, for about a week.
So there's rumor floating around, and by rumor I mean me telling myself that you're going to join us at the Bear 100. It's peer pressure at this point.
It is my hometown now.
It is. I mean, you live in Logan.
And I can sleep in my own bed. I have been very tempted to jump in it, because there's part of me wants to make a tradition of just running that race no matter what every year, even if you're beat up, and just go show up. I'm trying to decide whether I do that or whether I, crew or maybe I volunteer. I am going to help mark some of the course with Ron. So I don't know. Right now, I'm not going to, because I'm supposed to do I've already signed up for Pinhoti in November. In Alabama, so 2 more hundreds to go. So I'm not sure. Like, back 2 weeks apart. 2 weeks hurts.
Yeah, 2 weeks hurts. Yeah,
3
really
weeks
bad.
okay. 2 weeks hurts.
So this is probably how it's going to work for everybody out there. He's going to decide not to do the race, and I don't normally use pacers like these days. Like, I'm kind of going pacerless for some races. Don't plan on using pacers at Bear, but there might be a time where I'm just like, get out here. I need you.
I need you.
Jeff, come help me.
I would pace.
All right.
That would be great. That'd be actually, that's a good like, that's what I like about pacing, especially after 100, 2 weeks after 100. That'd be like not a bad way to get like slap me right back into training.
Yeah. All right. I might hit you up.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
It's good talking to you.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending the time.
Absolutely.
I'm planning on coming to Logan soon to do some running. I should probably check out the Bear course before I actually run the race. I've never set foot on it.
You haven't?
Never.
Wait.
I know.
You've never run Bear?
No.
I thought you had.
Nope. Wasatch 3 times, Antelope, Buffalo Run 100 twice. Yeah, I mean, I've run most of the races in Utah, but hundreds, but Bear's
Be prepared for weather.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's
I like weather. I think it's going to be not 2 years ago when it was like just, or last year was it? where there was like
No.
snow and
2 years.
horrendous 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was
Last year I
horrendous.
ran it. Last year, no, it was. We had good weather.
Yeah. So I know you come from there. That's
Yeah, that's one of those. Yeah, well, all mountain races you should come to weather.
right. Like people got to figure. That's another tip. If you're gonna come to a mountain race, understand that weather changes on a dime.
Absolutely.
On a dime.
Absolutely. Yeah,
There's
there's
so
even,
many people get caught.
Oh yeah, and I've been caught.
Yeah. We all have once or twice.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll come up and we'll hit the trails.
Cool. I look forward to it.